Finance Committee recommends, and I so move, that the town vote to appropriate those sums of money as itemized in the Finance Committee's posted recommendations under Article 12 to defray town general fund charges for the financial year beginning July 1st, 2020.
We are facing some severe budget challenges, as we all know here, and this is a tough time, and we have to act tough. And being tough means being smart. And emptying our reserve fund, as much as I want more firefighters, and frankly more policemen and more teachers, emptying our reserve fund is not smart. That's the behavior that got us into this trouble in the first place. We cannot, we must not empty the reserve fund to handle this momentary need. We need to make smarter decisions.
We made these choices to raid that fund because we did not take a prudent choice and activate an override when it was necessary. The simple fact is, and the chief of fire department said it, it costs more money now to do business than it did 5 years ago or 10 years ago. If we do not look ourselves in the mirror and make an override choice, we will be chasing our tails for decades.
You know, as a fire chief, I would love to get every dollar I could to make the fire department safer, you all safer, respond better, and give you the best service we can. I've worked for this town since 2004. I've lived here now for 5 years. The reality is, the town went forward with an override. All the departments stuck together, and we need to stay there. We can't break apart now. We're all in this together. And as much as I would love to advocate for you to vote to give me anything extra, I can't.
You should be ashamed. FinCom, you should be ashamed. I have voted for the first time in my life no on everything you've recommended because you haven't done your job. Select Board, you, again, you had hours, years to put this together. A plan. 17% is not a plan. It's not. And now we're going to suffer. We're going to lose teachers, really good ones, because you know what? When it comes to it, they're going to say, boy, I really like Plainville, but I'm going to get supported somewhere else. We've already lost an administrator. We're going to lose fantastic firefighters. We're going to lose fantastic policemen. Because you haven't put a plan together, I would vote no for the rest of this, and I'm gonna. And I would like everybody else to send a message to you guys to figure it out.
I moved here 20 years ago from Brockton, and I have to tell you, in those 20 years, my wife and I have been blown away by the professionalism, the competence, and the commitment of the local government in Plainville. And I say, anybody who is very unhappy and feel that people have dropped the ball, everything's relative. You wouldn't believe the stuff that goes on in Brockton. And the other thing I would say to those of you who are very unhappy about what's going on, hey, run for office. Volunteer for committee. You know, don't sit back and just criticize. Join into the solution. What you're going to find out is things are a lot harder than they look from the outside.
I don't want to run for an office. I don't want to volunteer because then I lose my voice. There's only so many things that a elected town official or a town employee are allowed to comment on at different times. So I don't think being told that I have to run or volunteer should lower my voice or my opinion shouldn't count as much. I do plenty of volunteering everywhere else. I hold a full-time job. I pay property taxes.
Okay, do you have a question on this article?
No, thank you. But
Okay, thank you.
Heather Townsend, 27 East Bacon Street. So I'm going to first say that I just heard someone say that if you're not happy with what's going on in the town, then get out, become elected, and volunteer. And that's exactly what I did last year when I ran for and was elected to school committee. We've been beaten down. Personally, as a school committee, we're constantly questioned on the decisions that we were elected to do with people that were elected to do this job that know exactly what's going on. We're constantly called sneaky. We're constantly told that we are not transparent and we're hiding things and we're liars. It has been despicable to see how the townspeople have worked against each other when we told all of us that we wanted to come together and work towards a common cause.
Article 12 is a majority vote. Those in favor of Article 12, please raise your cards. Okay, so 139 yes, 70 no. Article 12 passes.